I only needed to finish the AL West, and I would have finished the whole American League collection. And as everyone knows, once you do that, you get the 2007 Alex Rodriguez, and I underestimated this card from the beginning. I'm not even going to lie, man. I thought the Rangers A-Rod was 10 times better than this Yankee A-Rod, which that's not even close to the case, because his contact versus righties on his 03 card is only 80, I'm pretty sure, and his vision is 67, so it's not that much better. On this card, it's 69. But his fucking contact on this fucking card is 97, and he has 99 power versus righties. So if you were following the channel and you saw those videos when I had that 03 A-Rod, which was around a month ago, maybe a little bit over a month ago, I was struggling worse than I've ever struggled with any player I ever had. It was terrible, man. I was striking out pretty much every single time with that A-Rod, so it was kind of a piss-off because I did spend a lot of stubs to get him, but I did sell him for a pretty decent amount too, so I almost got all my stubs back. So it didn't really matter to be it didn't really matter, to be honest, that I did spend all those stubs to get him, because I just got rid of him for almost the same amount. So I got this 07 A-Rod in the lineup. I got a shitload more guys who are going to be making some debuts soon, man. Like, I got Edgar Martinez, Jeff Bagwell, fucking, there's a lot of other guys too. I'm just drawing a blank right now. I can't really think of them. And I also picked up somebody else at second base. So there's going to be a lot of debuts being made in the next couple of days, I'm hoping, because, yeah, like, I just want to get some certain guys back in the lineup and stuff. Like Grady Sizemore, do not panic, because he will be back in the lineup as soon as I face a righty. I just took him out because he only has like 40 contact versus lefties. So you do not want to have Grady Sizemore out there when you are facing a lefty. And it was kind of unfortunate too, because he's been going off, as everyone's been seeing. So it kind of sucked that I had to take him out of the lineup. Mike Trout is also making the debut in this game as well, so I was trying to get something going with him. I didn't play with Trout in the previous game, because I did play like a 2-inning game with that A-Rod in the lineup. Went 0 for 1 with him with a ground out or something, but that game had the worst connection I've ever seen. And I can't take it, man. I'm honestly going to quit every single game that has bad connection. I don't care if it's only a little bit of lag. I just can't deal with it, man, because you get into these bad connection games, and every single pitch that comes into, every single pitch you see looks like a fucking knuckleball, and it is impossible to hit. So I will not be playing any more fucking games with bad connection. Mike Trout gets picked off of first base. That is not how you start off the debut, man. I mean, he did get off to a good start. Got a fucking single down the right field line. I thought he had Ichiro out in right field, but he had Ichiro in center. I probably would have tested that arm if I knew somebody else other than Ichiro was in right field. But then Cepeda gets a single, so I could have had 2 guys on for A-Rod and only 1 down, but I don't. But it doesn't even matter, because A-Rod is stepping up to the plate, and he's getting a single in his first at-bat of this game. Like I said, I played a 2-inning game with him when I grounded out, so that wasn't his first at-bat. That was his second at-bat, so I get a single with A-Rod to begin his technical debut, because I don't like to count those fucking 2-3-inning games as debuts. So, I mean, man, I've been due for some bad shit to happen to me, as everyone's been seeing for the past couple weeks. I have just been, everything has been going my way in this game, and it was not looking good off the bat. The way Jimenez was pitching to begin, the way I was pitching with Jimenez to begin this game, it was going to be an early bullpen day, I was telling myself, because this guy was crushing. Actually, this guy didn't even do that well against me at the beginning, man. He was either squeaking the ball through the infield every time he made contact, or he was striking out. But I just knew. You just know, man. If you play this game long enough, you just know things aren't going to go your way. So this was going to be an early bullpen day, I was telling myself. And I put the flashback Hunter Pence back in this game, since I was facing a lefty. I was thinking about putting like Al Kaline, and I have so many guys I could use at the moment. And it's kind of unfortunate I have so many first basemen. Like, I don't even know how some guys are going to get back in the lineup, like Pujols and stuff. He may never make an appearance again. I never did that good with him anyway when he was on the team. I am sick and tired. I am sick and tired of seeing Ichiro in this game, man. I'm honestly starting to hate every single person who has Ichiro in their lineup. It's so fucking annoying. This guy gets a base hit every single time. He will make the worst contact you've ever seen in your life. and it'll somehow land on the grass in the fucking outfield somehow, some way. But when I had Ichiro, I couldn't get shit all going with him, which is the main reason why I hate seeing this fucking guy in this game. So Ichiro gets a base hit, but he wasn't able to get any more runs in that inning, so he still has the 1-0 lead in the 4th inning. This guy actually had a pretty decent team. He had the flashback Jose Bautista, which I haven't seen in a little bit. I think I actually played somebody with him a couple of games ago, but other than that, I haven't really seen anybody with that flashback Bautista. And a couple guys in his lineup were having amazing games. Like every single time they came to the plate, they were just getting base hit after base hit. So yeah, I was saying that I was going to go to the pen early, and I did. Wade Davis comes in the 4th inning, and it is not looking good. I mean, Cepeda should have had that. He should have had that shit over at first base. I'm sick of these first basemen not making the plays that need to be made, man. Holy shit, everyone at first base, doesn't even matter who it is. They can't field the ball. I'm not stupid. I knew what that guy was going to do there, tried to go home, and I tag him out, so I'm preventing a run. So now Andrew Miller is coming in. Everyone's seen what that motherfucker did against the Blue Jays. That was just an embarrassment, what Andrew Miller did to the Jays. But that's a whole nother story for another day. Cepeda looking to redeem himself. Not doing so well. Just flying out to right field. That is weak as shit from Cepeda. So A-Rod is back up in the 4th. In his second at-bat after the single in the 1st inning, I'm looking to crush one. I'm swinging for the fences every single time with this A-Rod, man. I took a little bit of a risk, I guess. Well, not really, actually. Even though I was facing a lefty, and this A-Rod doesn't have the best contact versus lefty, 67 or something, which is pretty bad. Definitely below average. That should have been hit to the moon, man. What is that? Dude, that was good fucking contact right there. I have no idea, man. Every time you get those fly balls in the outfield that travel a fair distance, you know you barely got under that ball, and there are plenty of times, too, where you get way under the ball. Like, it doesn't even look like the ball is in the PCI, and you crush that fucking ball to the moon. So I kind of got the shit end of the stick right there with A-Rod. I'm steaming from the fucking ears, man, every single time I see Ichiro come to the plate. It is so annoying seeing this guy in the game. Look at A-Rod over there making a mockery out of third base. Making a costly error, so I could have got out of that inning, but Andrew Miller strikes out Rizzo to get out of this inning, so A-Rod. His fucking nickname should be E-Rod after that, man. Like, 78 fielding on this card isn't that bad. I mean, if he had like 60-something fielding, I understand, but come on. Don't be doing this to me, MLB. Alex Gordon. Doesn't even matter who it is. That is lefty on lefty murder right there as I go deep to right field. This is one of my favorite parks to play at, man. I only play at this park and Rogers Center. That's legitimately it. For home games, I don't even like playing at any other ballpark, to be honest. Other than like some minor league stadiums, there's no really other place I like playing for home games. This guy was doing everything right, it seemed, in this game, going first to third on a chopper to shortstop, so you wouldn't think his pitcher's going to come through, would you? Lays down a bunt, and he makes it into first base, dude. Come on! This is the shit I was talking about when I was going on that run. In the past couple games, I was saying everything was going my way, and it is going to end very soon. This is it. This is the breakout game for the BS to start, man. His pitcher lays down a bunt and runs out at first. It doesn't even matter if I was playing the corners in, because some people may be like, well, you should have been playing the corners in. Dude, doesn't even matter what pitcher is up. You lay down a bunt and you should throw him out 1,000,000%. So, as I got a guy on first base now, Mike Trout is continuing the decent debut, driving that one to the gap, and everyone knows you find that gap in San Francisco. That is a stand-up triple for anybody almost. Even Ortiz could probably make it into third base right there. So now Trout is on third base after cashing in Altuve from first. So now A-Rod looking to do some more damage at the plate, chasing one out of the strike zone. So I'm not able to capitalize and get that run in from third base. So now A-Rod is 1 for 3 so far in this game. But I was going to get at least one more at bat with him, so I was going to redeem myself, hopefully, from that mistake he made earlier in this game, that fucking error. So, yeah, like I said, bullpen game is upon us. Kelvin Herrera is now in. I'm getting the K on Bautista. So, I actually had a pretty decent amount of strikeouts in this game, but this guy was just making, I don't know, he was making solid contact sometimes. He was either swinging and missing, or just hitting fucking rockets off the bat, man. It was kind of frustrating because it was one of those games where it was just weird. Weird shit. That's the only word you could say for one of these games. It was just weird, the shit that was happening. When it was all said and done, the squad should have had at least 5 or 6 errors on the board, man. No joke. I mean, Cepeda had that one earlier in the game. It got by him, maybe not. You could make an argument, I guess, if it should have been an error or not, and you will see some more weird shit happening. Even though we're already in the 7th inning, bottom of the 7th, there's not that much more of this game left. And this guy's got a 2-run lead, so it's still, every game is still close, man. Like I've been saying, every single video I talk about it, every game is pretty much close. Doesn't even matter what the score is. So now going into the 8th, something needs to be done from the squad. I need to make sure this guy doesn't get any more base hits, and what do you fucking know, man? Cepeda. What is this bullshit, man? Cepeda, I put him back in. I put him in instead of Pujols, and he comes in and fails miserably, and then his runner advances all the way to third base, and then Brian McCann steps up and drives in that run from third base. So this was just a head-scratcher / circus. Put a big red tent over this fucking ballpark for this game because this was legitimately the circus. So, I mean, look at this guy swinging that shit way out of the strike zone. This was fucking weird. This is way too weird, man. Billy Wagner is now in, so I pretty much had everybody coming out of the pen. Reyes gets on the board in the top of the 9th. I went down quietly again in the bottom of the 8th, so now we're in the top of the 9th. And now Ichiro is, look at this fucking guy, man. I was ready to punch a hole through the TV when that shit happened because, oh my shit. Ichiro has already got 2 hits on the board, and then he lays down that fucking bunt with Ichiro, and he gets on base, I'm pretty sure, and Altuve can't handle it. So you know you're having a fucking bad day when Altuve is making errors, and then A-Rod yet again. That is his 2nd error on the day, so yes, not A-Rod, E-Rod. 2 errors on the day in his debut game. That is just weird. Weird. That's the only word you could use. This is weird. So, talk about something else that's fucking weird too. That was not even close to a strike, if you ask me. That was high, but don't get the call right there. So now A-Rod, he needs to redeem himself after all those errors and shit being made. So this is sent pretty damn deep to the gap. Thought that was going to be gone, but no, that just lands in the gap, and that is a stand-up double. So A-Rod gets on base, so something needs to be done right now, but something is not done right now. Alex Gordon flies out in foul territory to end this game, so that was just one of these games, man. When it was all said and done, I had 3 errors on the board. There was 3 that went down in the box score, but I should have had at least 5 or 6. This was disgusting, man. This was so damn bad. But literally, you know the reason why the squad played so bad and the game was being so weird? Grady Sizemore wasn't in the lineup.